Fina, India, good to see you both. Welcome to Pop Tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I had so much fun with this film. I mean, Fear Street, I remember when this was announced, Prom Queen, I was like, I'm in, you know what I mean? India, it's a slasher, so obviously, you signed up for this knowing that there's going to be kills. That script-to-screen journey always interests me, though, right? Because you read it in the script, and then you can only kind of picture a little bit, but then it kind of comes into full fruition when you go to production. So what's that script-to-screen journey like for you on this film with the kills specifically?
That's an interesting one. I think I have a really vivid imagination. Like I can really picture things. I can see things happening. I don't really remember how I felt reading the kills. I remember the narrative really took me and I was like excited and I pictured each character in my brain. When it came to the kills, it really was down to the day and like when they were shooting them. Even if I had any concept of the kill that I had in my head, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Whatever happened on the day, I was shocked by it because Matt and Mcleary, our DP, are like geniuses, and they just had these just crazy ideas, and it was just everything I could have imagined it to be, it was worse in a good way.
100%. Fina, when you join a world where we know about this world before that, where we know there were the books, we know that there were like Netflix Fear Street movies before this, what is that kind of mindset for you? Like, do you think about the original source material? Do you just go in fresh, being like, I'm working on a slasher film? Do you have it in your mind that it's Fear Street? Like, I'm just curious about that for you.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think we're all really excited and grateful that we're working on a project that has such an embedded fan base already. And there is a little bit of pressure and a little bit of nerves, but also we're just really happy about that. It's not very often that you get to work on a project like that. But at the same time, our Fear Street movie is based off of a different storyline. It's all in the same universe, but R.L. Stine wrote the Fear Street series, and these are each standalone moments in time of the Shadyside universe. So it's kind of easier for us to think of it as its own separate thing, because these people don't know the people in the previous movie, and they don't know the people who may be in any future Fear Street movies. And so I think that we kind of had respect for the fan base, but also to create our own thing a little bit.
100%. That's so well said. And Indy, I find it interesting because, my filmmaker hat kind of comes on when I think about these things, because, we might see some scenes in the film that are with you and Fina that are maybe like 2-3 minutes runtime, but there's a good chance that scene we see maybe took you like maybe a day or 2 or 3 to film. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious, from just kind of storytelling acting perspective, like when those happen, those big scenes happen when you film them, do they feel like their own mini movie or mini TV show, or do they feel like an overall part of the Fear Street movie? I'm curious about that.
I think it's especially in the prom, like particularly in the prom, we were in that hall for like maybe 12 days in total. I don't know if that's right, Fina, but because of like each day being a different scene that, like you say, it's very short, but it felt like a big thing. I think for me, it's kind of blended all into one like 12-day prom. Yeah. It was like I went to prom for 12 days. Like that's like truly what it felt like. But I don't know. I think it is funny when you see the kind of final object of a scene that you worked on. But it's nice because they get all the little things that you kind of want to see, all the things that you liked about filming it, kind of thing. I feel like they present themselves.
I mean, those dance scenes, I can't wait. I don't want to get into big spoilers, but I mean, when people, Fina, I feel like those dance scenes might have been their own kind of like, it was like a music video within a movie almost.
Yeah, and there were a lot of them. I think we shot dancing scenes like 3 or 4 times. There was a lot of movement in this movie, but yeah, on one of our dance days, India and I were really, really excited about it leading up to it. And then it was, I believe, a 13-hour shoot for our dance-off scene. And by 1 a.m, we were like on each other's laps on the ground, just like crying and also laughing and not aware of how much time had passed, but still having a good time.
Fina, were you ever conscious of, like, when do you start thinking about the audience member watching Fear Street Prom Queen? Like, are you ever conscious of the audience member, like, watching or reacting to a kill or a twist while you're making it? Or is that something that happens a little bit afterwards?
I mean, an actor's job is to be watched. I think it's hard to not think about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, so much of this movie, our kills in particular, were done largely with practical effects.
Yep.
And so watching a scene be filmed, even if you're in it, can feel like you're an audience member because it's happening right before your eyes. So it's hard to forget about that and forget about the viewing experience. Our art department was so incredible and just like immersing us in that world and making us feel like we were running from a real killer or at certain points. But yeah, I think we definitely were thinking about how cool it was to be watching it in the moment, and then through that thinking how awesome it would be for audiences as well.
100%. Oh, I want to go into spoilers so badly, but I don't know if I want. Like, have you been talking about spoilers during this press day at all, or has it just been
A little snippet, a little bit.
snippet? You know what? We'll leave it. I don't know. We won't do the big spoilers. We did say that there might or might not be some like cool dance sequences. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
But India, I mean, one of my favorite things about, the first 3 Fear Street movies that came out, and this one as well was amazing, was the music. Like, the soundtrack is so good. So I know, a lot of that happens in post-production, but I'm wondering, like, do you get like a playlist before you go to production? Do you know some of the songs that are going to be in it before, like, while you're filming? Like, I'm just curious what the relationship was like with the music. Like, when did you find out about the soundtrack? Like, are you going to find out like everyone else does? Like, I'm just curious about that.
That's interesting because I definitely thought the same about the trilogy, the original trilogy. I definitely took notice of the amazing soundtrack. Like, they really got it right. And so going into this film, I sort of assumed it would be like the same artistic vision. Me and Fina actually, it's written in the script, the song that's used during, I don't know if I'm allowed to give it away, but during our dance
The dance
scene.
off. It was a dance off. Absolutely. Yeah.
Dance off. So me and Fina, when we first met, 3 days into meeting each other, would play this song and send each other videos about each other dancing and stuff. So I don't know. We had a couple of, and same with the girls on stage. We also knew what that song was going to be. So yeah, we had an inkling into what the songs were going to be. But there's also, upon watching it, some really cool additions that I was like, wow, that was a really good choice for that piece of music as well.
I just want to say, both of you are so good in this movie. So good. And I can't wait for people to see. And again, there's certain scenes that I hope you know what I'm talking about that are just insane. And I can't wait for people to see it. But because seriously, congratulations to both of you. I can't wait for this to drop worldwide on Netflix. But Fina, I do want to also ask, you're going to get the scripts, and there's Tiffany's storyline. It's a big storyline, right? She wants to be prom queen and everything. But then there's the overall kind of storyline, right? That might not have to do with Tiffany, right? About other characters and other relationships and everything. What is that like, balancing that from a acting perspective? Because those are two different things, right? Your storyline and the overall storyline, right? Do you think about both in an equal way? Or are you just mainly focused on Tiffany's, kind of part of the story? I'm just curious about that specifically.
Well, I think I definitely focus on Tiffany's the most.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because, if I'm filming a scene, I'm filming hers.
Yeah.
But something that was unique about shooting this movie, is that we were all on set all the time. Because it's a prom, so even if you're not featured in a scene, you're going to be in the background of it, just because everyone is always involved. So we got to see a lot of the scenes that we weren't in, and kind of gain perspective on where we are in the story, and getting to just see the world building that's going on, even if you aren't the center of the moment that's happening.
Yeah,
so,
no.
Got to follow along as we went along with the movie, even if it wasn't Tiffany's particular arc.
No, absolutely. So well said. And I can't wait for people to see Fear Street Prom Queen worldwide on Netflix. Congratulations to both of you. So great chatting with you both. It was so great to chat with you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.